One and welcome to a Daily Dose of Hope, day 265. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, a Daily Dose of Hope is just that. Um, it's just a dose of hope to help you to stay in the middle path and to keep you from, going into the polarities, because what's happening is what my guides have said, and it's been happening before this, but since February, like the energies are really starting to pick up. And as they pick up, things are going to start getting wackier and wackier. And if we're not really in the neutral path, it's going to be really hard to navigate everything that's going on. It can be quite confusing. And so that's why it's so important these times just to understand that everything is a story. It's all playing out, but we don't have to get involved in it. It's just like in the ocean, right? Um, for example, if you are surfing, for example, on the ocean, there's a wave coming. You're surfing on the wave. There's a lot of stuff going on underneath you. There might be a few sharks. There might be jellyfish. There might be all kinds of mermaids. But you're here on the board. You're trying to balance. You're trying to kind of navigate this wave. That's kind of what it's like. Of course, there's always these things happening. They're always happening. But we have a mission, and we're going to the shore, riding to this beautiful beach, and so I think that's kind of the idea. Keone, hello, welcome. Could you channel Yeshua today? So the Daily Dose of Hope, we're not really taking requests here. So this is more of just we'll just see who comes through to help us all for for our best good at this moment for this day, 265. So yeah, so what I don't really have anything special to talk about today. It just seems like the energy is it's pretty intense today. I wanted to share something that I've been doing recently, and it is that. So some of you have told me that you also share the same thing, where you can feel energies on the top of your head, and like, for example, you can feel if someone in the room is angry, or if you can feel, even though, for example, someone's face is not changing, you can feel their energies, you can feel their emotions. I often feel like in a room, like, oh, there's a fight is about to break out. Like I can feel it a few minutes beforehand, and I'm usually like, all right, I gotta get out here, and I leave, and then I hear later that, or I hear afterwards, you can hear the, but that kind of stuff. So you can kind of sense that energy. And in addition to that, like I've found recently, or not recently, but so when I was doing, I did the Reiki training. They call it the Daiju, where they, right, open up your channels. And so when they were doing that, I could feel like them digging into my crown chakra, like digging into there. I don't know what that was all about. And I felt it again another time when I went to this Reiki woman. I was thinking about joining her group, and when we went into the meditation, I knew that she was digging into my head, and I was like, you know what, I don't really feel comfortable with people digging into my head. It's not my thing, so I never went back. But so, and I find also at times, like I'll be in situations and people will be trying to dig into, and it's a very interesting kind of idea. Um, and but I never really knew exactly what to do. Usually, what I will do is, if it's someone around me, I'll just like stare at them, like, hey, stop digging into my head. That's not polite. But recently, what I've been trying to do, and I've been moderately successful in. I'm actually feeling it at the moment. So hello, whoever's doing that. But I'm moderately successful at it. But what I'll do is I will place a sort of a, what is it called? Not a force field, but I'll place a field so that the energy that's trying to come in is not super positive, and so that it'll be an energy converter. So energy is energy. Energy is not positive or negative. Energy is energy. It's us with our emotions that charge energy. That's what we're doing. That's how we create on this planet, right? We just charge energy with our emotions. So by the same token, you can discharge the negative energy from it and just take the positive energy. So it's just like a rush of energy. Oh, thanks for that. That's good. So anyway, I wanted to share that. TT Tracy says, has Japan seen tons of UFOs like here in the US? Sightings everywhere. I'll have to check into that. I haven't really heard anything, but I know there are certain parts of Japan where people often have sightings, and I'll have to look and see. I'm not sure. It's not, well, so that meaning that it's not really in the nightly news, it's not on the big news. But there are places that people often see have sightings. But yeah, not on the main news like it is in the States right now. Yeah, interesting stuff, right? So, um, yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about that. There's a lot of stuff that's going on underneath the ground. At least, I mean, I know here and also in the States, I've heard too. There's some earthquakes that are going on. 10 kilometers is always a good sign. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on. I've heard from my guides that the you know it's a battle. There's quite a battle going on, and they have well, not sure how far I'm supposed to go into this, but anyway, there's a battle going on, and they have they're pretty successful. They're reaching the kind of the inner realms, I guess, in that sense. There's a lot of sound. There's a lot of frequency devices, sound frequency devices that they're using. That those who are not on the bright side are using these like frequency devices, which are pretty powerful. Um, and that accounts for a lot of the weird sounds that people were hearing. They've been hearing, I guess, for the past few years. I've been hearing them a lot around my area. This really, really low bass sound. Um, but so yeah, frequency technology, and I've talked with Tiamat about this before. That those who are not on the bright side have a lot of this frequency technology, and they for them it's kind of like elementary. It's kind of like a light bulb for them, but it's yeah. I mean, for us, it's pretty complicated because we don't have it. We don't understand it exactly. But frequencies are very powerful. Yeah. TT Tracy says a 7.0 in Northern California. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. 7.0 is that's quite a big magnitude there. Yeah. We just got one right in my neighborhood, which is rare. Usually we get them like go farther away and then they come, but this one's just like, whoa, okay, this is right under us, huh? A lot of activity going on under there. So it's always important to send a lot of love to those who are helping to bring the light to those areas. It must be a really difficult thing to do because it's something that is not um, publicized very much. I mean, you'll if you look, you'll find that it's there, but it's not being put out yet. It's not in the public eye. And so in that sense, a lot of people are kind of, in the dark, well, in the dark, but they're doing this really, really hard work, and fighting down there. And but it's not like they don't have the support of all everyone on Earth. I mean, they have a lot of, I'm sure, military support and stuff like that, but they don't have like the emotional support, because they're probably not allowed to talk about what they're doing and all that kind of stuff. So it's always good to send them love, send them, peace, and for all the work that they're doing, in that sense. I mean, they are doing a sort of light work, just like we are, but a different style. So anyway, so yeah, so I'll go into a channeling now. I'm not sure if Yeshua will come through or not, Keone, but we'll see who comes through. And yeah, can they speak to these things that are happening, that are going on, um, yeah, underground or above ground, or yeah, it's, hmm. Greetings, we are that one that you know of as Sanat Sanatkumara, and we're here, and we're here, and we're here. And what we're doing here at this time and at all times is facilitating for you, creating a space for you. Just as most of you are also doing in many times in your life, you're creating a space for others. You're creating a space of peace so others can live in peace. You who have tasted the fruits of peace are able to bring that peace for others who do not understand what peace is, who are still trapped in the rat race of the absence of peace, trapped in all of these different things that take them away from their peace. And you are there. One of your functions as light workers is to be there and to show peace, to shine peace, to show that it is possible, even in these times, even when everything seems to be upside down, that you can be in a peaceful state. That is a very powerful position to be in, because you are showing that. You are showing that that is the opposite of what the world teaches. The world teaches that when everything is upside down, you should be upside down as well. But that is upside down thinking. And by you standing upright in your peace, not being affected by all of the upside down things, is a very powerful light that shines out throughout your world. And it is picked up more ways than you could ever imagine. So you are holding space for the peace. You are holding space for this love. You're holding space for those who have not yet found their peace, but they see that there is a possibility. Even though their eyes are closed, they can still sense it. There's something there, but they aren't quite ready to see it, but they know it's there. And that is what a lot of you are doing. You're holding that space, just as I am facilitating this space for you as well, for you to have these experiences on this planet. And so that ability to hold space is so important, especially in these times, because that space, it is a placeholder in that sense. It is a placeholder for more to come and share the peace on this planet. That is what you are doing. That is what you are doing. Interesting. Okay, so nothing about the earthquakes, but we are placeholders. I can definitely see that. Yeah, I know in my life too, there was a guy that I used to work with, and he used to always come to work, and he was like real built, and he'd always have like a muscle shirt on, where everyone else was wearing like suits and stuff. He'd always have like a muscle shirt on, and he was always kind of like aloof, and but he had this thing in his eye. There's something in his eyes that was just like, he just looked so at peace, whereas everyone else just looked so in pain. Everyone just looked like, oh, they're not doing well. But he was just like gliding along, and he just looked so relaxed. And one day I was walking around, and I found him, and he was kind of like in the forest, and he was kind of moving around doing some sort of martial art thing. And I was like, what are you doing? And he said, this is like a really complicated form of Tai Chi that he learned in China. Like he went to China and studied it. And it's a revolving Tai Chi. He just keeps going round and round and round. And I was like, that's it, and I didn't have it at the time. I was among those other people that were kind of like, well, I don't know what's going on in the world, and I'm just, I'm not happy. It's a roller coaster of emotions always, and and but I was like, I want what he has. I want to get that. So in that same sense, that's what we're doing. We're just kind of like, everyone's saying like, oh wow, it's possible, even in whatever situation you're in. Like, so that situation, everyone else just looked really depressed and sad, and he was just like blissed out. He didn't mind anything that was going on, because he found something. And so that really, for me, that resonates, because yeah, I the same thing happened for me. I saw that, and I think that was a bit of a trigger for me. It's like, what's going on? Because you always think like, if I have this, or if I was there, if I had more of this or less of this or whatever, then I could be happy. But it's just like, he's right there where I am. We're in the same exact position, but he looks blissed out, and I'm stressed out. So yeah, yeah, there you go. So if you can do that for someone, you are doing amazing work. You are planting seeds of future peace for the world, and for that person, and for those people. Yeah, what an amazing power, right? We don't really realize the power that we have, right? And this can be working in a good way and a bad way too, right? So TT Tracy says, I see the underground stuff like sewer system that needs clearing. Yeah, yeah. There's so much Let's see. My thing I was surprised with was that when the military, they published a, you can read it online. They published a new manual on uh, underground warfare, and which is strange. It's like, why do they publish that? And then they also said that they were asking all the universities if they could use their underground tunnels. So it's just like, what? The universities have underground tunnels? What's going on? So yeah, so a lot of stuff is kind of out in the open. You just have to, and it's not really hidden. Best place to hide something is right out in the open, right? That's what it's been like for us, right? Um, And TD Tracy says, the smile is our superpower. Yeah, exactly, right? That's it. Because right, in times when you're not quite right and you see someone who's kind of smiling and it just makes your day, or they smile at you and you're like, oh, you know what? Life is good. And it only takes one smile and you're like, yeah, you know what? I can do this. I got this. And then by the same token, it can take only one person just giving you a dirty look or cutting you off, or just like, oh man, I don't know what's going on in the world. That's the power we all have because we're all one, right? We're supposed to be all like, loving, and so when we're not, it's just like, what's going on? Somewhere deep in our mind, our hearts, we're just confused. So yeah, there you go. We can be that power. There you go. Simple way to be a super to use your superpower. All right. So I got my drum here, and we're gonna go into a pocket of peace. If you'd like to join in, a pocket of peace is a guided meditation, and what it is just that, helping you to get into a place of peace and remember that you are love. So, and if you want to join in, some people join in by singing, by dancing, by doing light language, whatever it is that you want to do. Or if you don't want to join in, that's fine too. Whatever you want to do. But we're going to do this thing here. So I'd like you to just imagine that you're in the most relaxed place you could ever imagine. I always go to the beach, or I go to this little cabin. Just everything's really relaxed. Sometimes I can even smell some uh, smoke from the fire. It smells really nice, really relaxing. But wherever you want to be, wherever feels relaxed for you, just go there. Just feel that energy, that relaxed energy. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, good. All right. And then I'd like you to call in the light of unconditional love. And it comes into your space just like a light mist, and it just surrounds you, and it's just unconditional love. So it loves you exactly as you are. Imagine it as you as a baby. It sees you as you truly are, before all of the things came in, before you were hurt so much, before all of these things happened. It still loves you for all of the things that you are, everything that you've done. It loves you because you are you, and you've done nothing. You're just love. You've always been love. All those things that you think you're doing, you're not really doing. You're just having these experiences, but they're just experiences of illusions. But you're just love, though. And so understand that you're loved unconditionally, no matter what you've done, where you've gone, what you have, what you don't have. It doesn't matter. There's no worry, there's no regret in this love, because there's no future or past in this love. There's only the eternal present right now. And that's where you are. You're just remembering that. You're remembering that you're made of love. You are made of love. And being made of love means that you make love. That's what you do on this planet. You're just making love. Yeah, so we're just bringing that love into the place that you're in. And then this love is so powerful. It warms up your heart and your whole body. And you start to feel more relaxed than you've ever felt in the longest time. And more at home. You feel like you're more at home than you've ever felt before. Just this wonderful, lovely feeling, gentle expectation, hopeful, loving. Wow, what a great feeling. It's like Christmas morning, if that works for you. If it doesn't, it's like every morning, the most beautiful mornings where just everything is so quiet and nothing has been created yet. It's a blank slate for all of you to start creating. Yeah, it's just a blank canvas. Yeah, we're going to start creating. Yes, and this love starts to extend out into the highways, into the byways, into the skyways, into the riverways, into the oceanways, throughout the whole world and throughout the whole universe, traveling at the speed of love, which is the fastest speed imaginable. And it just reaches everyone, and through the mass consciousness, everyone's just starting to feel this light breeze, and they're saying, whew, I don't know what that was, but I feel better now. I feel like I was in a deep sleep or in just this nightmare. I don't know what it was, but it's gone now. I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling at home. I'm feeling hopeful. Yeah, you know what? You know, I can do this thing. I got this thing. You know what? This thing cannot get me down, because you know why? We're all 1,000 times bigger than all of this, because we are made of love and we cannot fall. And love is bigger than anything. All problems, all sadness, all fear, all anger, all sickness fall away at the face of love. And that's what we are. So we just stand up in our power and say, you know what? Yeah, this doesn't bother me, because I'm just going to step right over it. I am love. I am made of love, and I'm making love. I'm just going to make love here. I'm going to make this whole scene, I'm going to make this whole story a love story. Yes, that's what I'm doing. It's a love story now. All stories of fear, all stories of sadness, all stories of anger are stories of love now. They are love stories, and that's what we're making. And we're traveling throughout all of the different places, even underground, into those places that are hidden, and we're just shining love, 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 love. And it is so powerful. As you see, it is the only truth. And so everything has to fall in the face of love. And we're shining that love out. All stories are love stories now. All stories are love stories now. All right. So I hope you guys are hopeful. I hope this didn't cut out. Maybe I was just doing this by myself in my room, but we'll see. I hope you guys are hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. Ciao for now. Yeah. Thanks, TG Tracy and Keone, for joining in.